Hey everybody, welcome back to Epic Beauty Fail. I'm Jessica. On today's video, we're going to be doing another Foundation Friday. And on today's video, we're going to be using the Stila Hide and Chic Fluid Foundation. I'm going to read to you a little bit from their website in just a moment before we get started. If you haven't already, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And if you like the video while you're watching, go ahead and hit like. I'm also shaking the bottle while I'm talking to you. If you have any comments while you're watching the video, please feel free to go ahead and put those down below. I do appreciate any interaction you're willing to do with me, especially because YouTube values that above everything else. And then, I also have my own online clothing boutique if you're not aware. It is nimities.com. Link is in the description bar down below if you're curious. If not, that's okay too. Before I turn on the camera, I did spray my face down with the Pixie Hydrating Milky Mist. I also am using the Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer. I also have some lip balm on. And let's go ahead to the Stila website and read to you what this says. So this is the Stila Hide and Chic Fluid Foundation. There are a bunch of shades. I think it said 30. I'll be reading it here in a second, but there are a bunch of shades. I do have it in shade 1 Fair or Fair 1. It says, a magic elixir of plush pigments and good-for-you ingredients smooths, blurs, and nurtures for a healthy-looking, more refined, and even-toned complexion. So much to love about this formula. The texture. Sorry if I'm tripping over my words. I didn't read this before I turned on the camera. Incredible coverage for such a thin liquid formula. There's a lot of exclamation points in this description. Innovative silica-coated pigments with a comfortably cushioned, bouncy feel. I never really thought that liquid has a bouncy feel, but okay. Stay silky smooth and breathable all day. It says no caking or flaking. Good for you ingredients! Exclamation point. Shake to activate the proprietary blend. Irish sea moss, known to improve texture and hydration. Baobab seed extract to help defend and nurture. Customizable coverage, exclamation point, from nearly nothing to covert concealment. You choose the level, exclamation point, long wearing and humidity proof. Natural satin finish, 30 shades. Plant collagen extract, a combination of 5 roots and veggies to help firm skin and improve elasticity. It does retail for $39. At least when I'm filming this, it is on sale at Ulta, but I don't think you're seeing it for another couple weeks, so the sale might be over by then. I did pick this up on sale during the 21 Days of Beauty this year. So let's go ahead. I'm going to start to put this on the back of my hand. I am using a brush. I always use the brush on this side of my face and the sponge on this side of my face. So we're going to go ahead and apply it with 2 different methods. I think this only came out like less than a year ago, I think. I was looking online when I did the Google search for it. It looked like most of the reviews came out in like late 2019. Like August looks like is the first review that's showing up. So like August to November, or a lot of them are actually in November. So like late last year is when this came out. So it hasn't been around for that long. So let's go ahead. I have some good experiences with Stila. This is very, very watery. It's going to just like roll right off my hand. But I have liked Stila foundations in the past typically. I'm going to go in with the brush first on the right side of my face. I think it's left to you, but it's my right. And this might be a little bit fair for me. I don't know. But it is spreading everywhere on my hand, so I need to get it applied quickly. So I'm going to go ahead and blend this in with a brush, blend it in on the other side with my sponge, and then we'll talk about it. All right, so I'm having a little bit of issues with this on my nose. I'm just going to keep getting a little bit more to see if I can get it to stick to my nose. I'm not liking it on my nose. I'm just going to be point blank. I'm not loving the way it's sitting on my nose. It just keeps coming right back up. On the rest of my face, it's definitely light coverage, like super light coverage. So I am trying to build it up to see if I can get it to be built up, if that makes sense. It might be repetitive, but I'm trying. So I'm having a little bit of issues with it. I think it looks good on my forehead so far. And I think it looks good like on my cheeks, and the shade ended up being just fine. At least under this lighting, it ended up being just fine. I'm seeing a lot of like my freckles and everything through this, which I don't mind. I mean, I do have freckles. I've had them my whole life. I am just fine with my freckles. What I don't like is the redness that is on my nose and my cheeks. If I'm going to be wearing makeup, I do want that to be covered. And it's really getting in my nose crease over here, which is, I don't know how many of you actually watch the sped up portions of my application, but I definitely, with this one, have been really focused on the nose creases. So, yeah. I'm liking the finish though. I like a lighter coverage foundation. And this is actually right up my alley. I'm not liking how it's sitting on my nose. I am going to put some concealer on my nose to help cover that up. And I'm definitely seeing some redness. So I'm going to be putting a couple of like dots, you know, under eyes, nose, just on each side of my nose, and then probably a little bit on my chin. I think my forehead's looking all right there. Sorry if I'm bent over weird. I'm looking closely into my mirror to see what it looks like. So, okay. It is currently 36. Yep, 36. I thought I might have switched to 37. We're going to call, let's just call 11:45 the check-in time. So I will check in at 3:45 and then again at 7:45 today. That's going to be where we're at. I'm going to go ahead and put on the rest of my makeup and I will be back in just one moment. All right, y'all, I am back. It is 12:05. Yeah, 12:05. So it took me, what, about 20 minutes, right? Yeah, about 20 minutes to do my makeup, 30 minutes. I did have to, I am a type 2 diabetic, and I had to go take my blood sugar, so that took a couple of minutes as well. So anyway, about 20 minutes to do my makeup. All right, let's talk about what's on my face. All right, so my concealer is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind, under eyes, nose, just on either side of my nose, and just a little bit down here on my chin where I had some extra redness. My bronzer is the Marc Jacobs Tan-tastic Omega Bronze, just on my cheeks, and it smells like coconut. It smells really, really good. I really enjoy the smell of this. I should use it more than I do. My blush is the Bare Minerals Gen Nude in Call My Blush, Gen Nude Powder Blush in Call My Blush. The highlighter is the Stila Heaven's Hue Highlighter in Transcendence. This is like the putty highlighter that came back out several years ago. I was looking through all my collection for Stila products because I do usually like to revisit brands when I try a foundation from them. And I actually recently did my eyeshadow declutters and I got rid of all my Stila eyeshadows. Not that they were bad, I just didn't use them. My powders, Physicians Formula. This is the Mineral Face Powder and this is the Mineral Correcting Powder. I know their names, but I always end up forgetting them. I don't know. My brows, the Wonder Beauty Frame Your Face Micro Brow Pencil in Taupe. I have MAC Painterly Paint Pot on my lids. I use the Urban Decay Naked Reloaded palette. I have Bribe all over the lid to set the paint pot. I have Retro all over the lid proper. Bucked in the crease. Reputation all over the lid. I have Angel Fire in the inner corner, and then I have Endgame in the outer V and on my lower lash line. And that's everything. And then my mascara is the Il Makiage Icon High Volume and Intense Curl Mascara. I do like this. And then I sprayed my face down with the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Ultra Fine Mist. On my lips is the Kylie Cosmetics, what is this? The High Gloss in Snatched. So that is everything that is on my face today. All right, let's zoom you in and we can talk about the foundation. All right, so right now, I think everything blended on it pretty well, to be honest with you. The biggest problem area in my face is my chin, which is why I'm focusing on that. My cheeks look just fine. My nose looks just fine, even with the concealer on over top. My forehead looks just fine. I will say this, that I kept getting a lot of transferring of this. So like when I did my brows with the brow pencil, and I brushed the spoolie through it, the side of the pencil, like the actual plastic packaging of the pencil, had foundation all over it. So this is not very good at staying, at least initially. We'll see how it lasts throughout the day. But my chin, it's not looking real great. My chin or my upper lip, actually, neither one are looking real great. So there's that. I think at arm's length, I think it looks really, really pretty. But when you get really close up, my chin and my upper lip definitely have some issues. So, but right now I think it looks pretty good overall. Like I said, initially it's mostly my chin. Sorry, I'm leaning off screen. Yeah, mostly my chin and a little bit on my upper lip. And all it's really doing is it's looking kind of dry and cracked. So it's definitely settling in all of my fine lines. My chin has a lot of fine lines. I have adult acne that seems to only hit me on my chin. And because of that, the skin on my chin is very creased, very cracked, and foundations have a tendency to settle into it. So anyway, that's where we're at 12 o'clock. I will go ahead and check in with you guys at 3:45 and then again at 7:45. 3:45 check-in will be in natural light, and then the 7:45 check-in will be right here. So I will see you guys in just 1 moment in your time, 4 hours in my time, or 3.5 hours in my time. All right, I'll see you guys then. All right, you guys, it is time for my midday check-in. I'm a couple minutes early, but only because I'm in the car waiting for John to come out of the, well, I'll tell you here in a second. It is 3:29, so I'm not super early, but I'm gonna go ahead and show you what my skin looks like. Like I said, I'm in the car, so I'm gonna do the best I can. I'm in direct sunlight, so hopefully you guys can see it pretty good. Alright, I'm going to lean back into more of a shadow. We decided to come to a local garden center to get some fresh strawberries, hopefully. I'm not inside. John is inside. My husband, if you're not familiar with my husband, is inside getting some fresh strawberries and hopefully some blueberries and some bananas, so fresh fruit for the week. But there's a local garden center to where we are, and that's where we're at right now. And it closed at 4 o'clock, so I'm kind of waiting in the car while he's doing that. He figured it would be easier just to run in and run out. Plus I don't have, I don't want to wear a face covering, so he's doing that for me. Anyway, I looked in the mirror before turning the camera on. Number one, I did change to a different lipstick, and that's being weird, but we're not going to talk about the lipstick. We're going to talk about the foundation. I think it looks good on my cheeks. I think my nose looks good. I think my forehead looks relatively good, but again, if you guys have been around my channel before, you know that my problem area is my chin and sometimes my upper lip. Not every time. Today, I'm not loving the way my upper lip is looking. It's all like creased and cracked up a little bit on my upper lip. All creased and cracked up on my chin. I'm not loving it. Like, I'm looking in the mirror and it's almost looking like it's breaking up on my chin. So it's just being kind of weird. I think it looks good on my nose, on my cheeks. What's weird is it almost looks powdery. Can you guys see that it's like almost looking powdery? And actually in the sunlight, it's almost looking like it's oxidized a little bit too. I didn't notice that in the house, but outside here it's looking like it's oxidized a little bit. My son is kind of bored back there. Anyway, I'm not loving the way it's looking on my chin, but I think at arm's length it still looks really pretty. So that's where we're at midway through the day. I will check in again in another 4 hours, but for now, that's what we're looking like midway. All right, y'all, it is, I'm just a little bit late, 7:47 in the evening, and I'm a little shiny. It's not too bad. It's really not too bad. And it was nice weather out today. I didn't get to go out in the weather itself because we were doing things, but it was nice out today. It wasn't too hot, it wasn't too cold. It was a little bit windy. It was like mid-60s. Give me another 5 degrees and I would have been in heaven. But that was not the case. Let's talk about the foundation. It is shiny. It's shiny, which is fine. That's not terrible. In fact, I don't think it looks like, I don't look like an oil slick. I just look a little shiny, and that is okay. I think it looks okay on my forehead. I think it looks beautiful on my cheeks. Around my nose, though, it is starting to get like really into my nose creases, around the sides of my nose, which I'm not loving. I feel like it looks powdery on my nose specifically. My upper lip is all cracked. My chin is a hot mess when it comes to like the way it looks. And I have a little itch right here. It is like a whole sheet of cracks. Now granted, I said this earlier, I have older skin. I have adult acne that always presents itself on my chin. So the skin on my chin is not the best. that's the way it is. And right now, my chin is just totally cracked up, which I'm not loving. My upper lip also. So if you're talking about the area around my mouth, this really doesn't look very good at all. It is, like I said, in my nose creases, but I've been having issues on this side of my nose since I first put it on. But on the flip side of that, I think it looks really nice on my cheeks. I think it looks really nice on my forehead. It's not too deep in my forehead line, which is nice. It's just around my chin that it's really not looking very great. So there you go. Would I wear this again? What is this? This is a Stila Hide and Chic foundation. I think it's all right. I'm not loving the packaging. I mean, it's pretty, but number one, it's reflective, and number two, it shows like every fingerprint, which I'm not loving. But yeah, I don't think it's bad. I would definitely not want to wear this for extended periods of time though, if that makes sense. For me in particular, because of the way my chin is and because of the way it's cracking up. It seems like the older I'm getting, the more weeks I'm doing this, the worse and worse my chin looks in foundation. So I'm not sure that it's even the foundation's fault anymore. I think it's just the way my skin is, but it's kind of sad. If I can find a foundation that looks amazing on my chin at the end of the day, I might never do another foundation review ever again. So anyway, that is going to be it for my full day review of the Stila Hide and Chic foundation. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, thumbs up down below. If you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button. It helps me out tremendously. And if you have any comments, leave those in the comment section down below as well. Have you tried the Stila Hide and Chic foundation? I'd love to know what your thoughts are. I will say this, specifically about the brand Stila. I just don't hear a lot about it, like ever. They had a couple of those highlighters that I used earlier today, but those came out like a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, and they were a big rave when they came out because they were like a putty highlighter. And then they also have the glitter eyeshadow, which were big. But other than that, like, is there any Stila products that are popular? Like, I don't know. I don't hear a lot about Stila. They're in TJ Maxx a lot. I will say that. They're in TJ Maxx a lot. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Other than that, I do hope you enjoyed this Foundation Friday video. If you did, let me know if there are any other foundations you'd like me to give a try. I've been doing Foundation Friday for a year and a half, and before that I was doing 5 days of foundation, the first 5 Monday through Friday in each calendar month. So I actually did more during that year than I did since Foundation Friday. But let me know your thoughts. If there's any other foundation that you'd like me to give a try, I will definitely have to take a look. I'm not sure that I'm going to keep doing Foundation Fridays after 2020. We'll see. I know that I have like 2 complete drawers of foundations. There are some that I am partial to. And then again, I have several in the drawer that I would never wear again. So there's that. Anyway, I do hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you on the next Epic Beauty Fail. Bye!